Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, got a question for you. What's 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse? You got it? All right, let me ask you another question. What's artisanally made and ambrosial? Where's the place that you call the Bible Bistro that has the finest 5-minute Bible study on the internet? Well, it's right here. Daily Dose Radio. You found it. Hey, welcome. Come on in, sit down. We got a good one today. We've got a good one all week. We've got a good one all next week because we're studying Psalm 37 and you talk about lip smacking and yummy to your tummy. This is some delicious, delicious Bible study. The psalmist serves it up hot and fresh. He plates it up beautifully, and boy, I tell you what, this is good. You don't want to miss any of it. Hi, this is Daily Dose Radio, your home for artisanal Bible study. Let me read for you verses 5, 6, 7, and 8 in Psalm 37. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So we have 5 through 8 here today, and as I mentioned yesterday, you know, these imperatives, these verbs that begin the sentences, all going all the way back up to verse 3. Trust in the Lord. The word trust there. Delight thyself in the Lord. The word delight. Those are fascinating things, aren't they? To think about. The casting of our care upon him means that we trust him, that we delight ourselves in him. And did you catch that? We're delighting ourselves in him. Now today we come to the next verb in this sequence, commit. Commit thy way unto the Lord. And then trust. We go back to verse 3 again, don't we? Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. What's the it there? Well, if you look at that it, you wonder, there must be a prayer that's happening here. And perhaps we go back up to verse 1, and the evildoer is oppressing the psalmist, apparently, because he says, fret not because of the evildoer. So David must be praying against the evildoer and realizes there's no reason to fret over this fellow who's oppressing him and being his enemy. Let's just trust the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Delight thyself in the Lord. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. What's that? The answer. He's going to take care of answering that request. He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. There is some more of that it. Now notice the next verb here in verse 7. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth forth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. So we have rest in the Lord, fret not in the Lord, wait on the Lord. All these commands here, these verbs that give us some rock-solid things that we want to do. Resting, waiting, not fretting because of whoever this wicked man is that we're, bothered by, whatever this temptation is that we're bothered by, whatever this desire that the devil places upon us. We're going to trust in the Lord and allow him to help us. And then notice verse 8, cease from anger. Oh, I think that's important, don't you? Casting all your care upon him because he cares for you, as Peter said, starts with ceasing from anger. I just think that's an important piece here. And then notice that he says, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Do you know how many times now he said fret not? Go back up to verse 1, fret not. Look at verse 7, fret not. Look at verse 8, fret not. What do you think the message here is? Fret not. Don't worry about it. Put it in the Lord's hands. Now you keep going back to him and you can keep talking to him about it, but don't you worry about it. Let him worry about it. That's the message of the psalmist here, which, of course, comes over into the New Testament. All right, friends, join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 9, 10, 11, and 12, and you don't want to miss this one on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.